everyone, and welcome to The Ride Home. Today, I wanted to spend some time talking about the math that matters. Over the course of our lifetime, we will spend a lot of time adding, subtracting, multiplying, and dividing. There's a lot of formulas and equations that we figure out. But out of all of these, which is the math that matters most? When does it matter most? And where do we apply it the most? Sometimes we do it around finances, our age, and time. But where does it all begin? When does it all begin? For most of us, it begins between the ages of 2 and 4. This is the point where the concept of numbers is introduced to us, and our capacity to be able to write and understand numbers begins. Between these ages, or this time frame in our life, we begin with the basic concepts. By the time we're 5, we're able to count over 100 objects, and we're able to write between the numbers of 0 and 20. And over the course of the years, we begin to understand what it is to add, subtract, multiply, and divide. While all of this is new to us and becomes a fundamental concept and core knowing of knowledge for us, when does it truly matter? When does it begin to affect ourselves? Well, it should come as no surprise that it begins as early as the age of 5. And around the biggest topic, the topic that will drive the rest of our lives: money, finances. It starts at a young age when we start thinking about the money that our parents will give us, our allowance, if you will. Some of us like to spend it pretty quickly on a piece of candy. Some of us like to put it in our piggy bank and store it for a bigger purchase. Nonetheless, money becomes a concept that becomes very familiar to us at a very young age. And it's no matter that financial well-being is directly tied to life expectancy. Statistics show that the more money that you make, or the more money that you have, the chances of having a longer life expectancy are there. Finances drive the level of joy, stress, and even health. And in today's age, being wealthy means being healthy. And even dying is an expense. The average death expense is $4,500. No, that does not include a viewing or a service, or even the plot for those of you who may want to be buried. The second number that we begin to count and do the math on is our age. We add up the days, the months, the years. We worry about what this number means to us and what it means to others. We use our age as a benchmark to where we think we should be, and not by our own merits or our personal journey, but by comparing ourselves to others. Somehow, we hit every age and benchmark, feeling like we're getting older, but never feeling like we're getting wiser. Many of us feel like we're getting older, but never feel like we're growing up. We forget to celebrate our years and put effort towards living longer. Instead, we work on maintaining a certain physical appearance, and in many cases, we begin to think that living, quote unquote, better is better than living longer. I will say this, it's not okay. It's not okay that thinking that having a certain quote unquote quality of life is better than experiencing a longer lifespan. And there's a lot of different factors that determine that I'll talk about or go into more detail in a future video. But I will say this. How many times do you step back and celebrate your age and acknowledge the wisdom that you have acquired? How many times do you step back and celebrate your age for what it is? Often enough, we step back and celebrate our age or share our age hesitantly, worried about what people will think. Do I look my age? Do I act my age? What do I need to do to look younger or feel younger? Really important that we step back on that particular number. If you're going to add to your age, let it be because you're wanting to add to your life expectancy. Never subtract your age. And be proud of that. And if you want to multiply your age, which rarely do we do, but I do have younger viewers, think of one thing. May with the age that I want to multiply, may wisdom come. With that being said, the third topic is the tallying of time. We're constantly adding time, subtracting it, multiplying it, dividing it. And I promise you, some of us have our special little formulas around time. For those moms that are watching me, you are all the masters of time. Getting it done with a certain time frame. Rigorous schedules that we live by. Which takes me to the first point. When was the last time that you woke up not looking at your clock, not wondering or asking yourself, what time is it? That's the moment the race begins. The race against time. We wake up, we look at the clock, and we start thinking about how much time we may have to accomplish things. How long it will take us to get ready for the day or get the kids ready, pack up lunch, get on the road. And even then, while we're on the road, we're constantly thinking about the time it takes us to get somewhere, whether we're going to get there early or run late. Once we arrive to our destination, which for most of us is work, the tallying continues. We look at our calendars and we look at all the tasks that we have to do and the time that it takes to get them done, only to realize that by the time the day's over, not everything got done. Frustrated by wishing that we had more time, wishing that we could multiply time ourselves to accomplish these tasks. And unfortunately, the only thing that we've been able to add is stress to the day. While time may not be relative, the meaning of time is. And what I mean by that is, what time well spent is to some of us may not be to others. So ask yourself, am I spending time doing the math on the things that matter for me? Or am I adding stress by adding numbers and subtracting on things that I can't control, like time? I will tell you this. You can never add time. You can never multiply it. You can never get it back. So when you use it wisely. When you give your time to someone, give it wholly. Put your phone down. Remove the concept of time. And when you're spending it with someone, be in the moment. Begin to eliminate that concept of multitasking. We've somehow given ourselves permission to not fully be present. We sometimes pride ourselves on being able to do multiple things at the same time, when in reality we're only giving our permission. We're giving permission to ourselves to not truly be present. And when you're not present in the moment, you're telling the person that you're with that they are not worth your time. We miss out on all these things. As I mentioned earlier, over the course of our lifetime, we're going to do a lot of adding, everyone. We're going to do a lot of subtracting, multiplying, and dividing. A concept that was taught to us at a very early age. A concept that we are bound by many different things, like our finances, our age, and our appearance. The wisdom that we may or may not have acquired. And the time that we spent tallying our time and adding stress to everything. I'll ask you this. What is the time that matters most to you? And is this where you're dedicating your efforts? I'd love to know. Please share it in the comments. I will include mine. It's always great to see some dialogue around the comment section. If you've liked this video, please feel free to hit like. If you know somebody who would find value or find this topic interesting, please share. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit subscribe. And I would encourage you to view some of the previous videos. As always, thank you so much for spending time with me today. And as always, I will see you on the ride home.